Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers, so please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want up to 15 free stocks, Mumu is going to give you up to 15 free stocks when you open a new Mumu brokerage account. They're going to give you up to 15 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. When you put $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. When you put $1,000 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 15 free stocks. There's a link down in the description box of this video. Go click on that Mumu link. Open up your new Mumu account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Remember, guys, this is the brokerage app that I'm going to be using in 2024 and beyond to double my net worth. I'm going to be using the Mumu app to buy 3 big boy blue chip paper assets, an S&P 500 ETF, an information technology ETF, and the Magnificent 7. The good news about the Mumu app is I can use it for free, and it's very user-friendly. It also has a really nice feature inside of the app where I can go look for tutorials to help me understand stocks, help me understand investing, and then help me invest to get to my wealth. There are not many online apps for brokerage apps that offer that service. Mumu does. So if you're a beginner and you're not sure how this whole thing works, Mumu is probably one of the best apps out there that offer this in-app tutorials to help you and guide you through the investing process so that you can get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Again, that link is down in the description box. Go click on it. And then once you sign up for Mumu, you put some money in it, send me an email and just say, hey, Richard, I opened my Mumu account. I funded it. Send me your wealth transfer blueprint video where you're talking about those 3 big boy blue chip paper assets you're going to be buying to increase your net worth over the next 10 years. And I'll be more than happy to send you that particular video. Well, good morning, guys. We have a lot to cover and unpack. We're going to talk about the Fed. Of course, we're going to talk about stocks. Of course, I'm going to give y'all my daily dose of crypto, which includes Brics. We're going to talk about those cats and their effort to basically destabilize the US dollar and create their own currency so that the dollar is devalued and is worthless. I got a problem with that. The problem I got with that is I live in the United States and all of my assets are tied to the dollar. Why would I support some group of countries that want to destroy the dollar and destroy my net worth? It's crazy, right? We're going to dive in. And of course, just like always, if need be, I can go to the research bank, right? I can go to the research bank. I can go to the research lab and pull out anything I need to pull out to support my case, which I will do if I need to. But we're going to talk about that. But before we get into Brics, let's dive into the Fed. As I mentioned yesterday, Fed Chair Jerome Powell is going to be on Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C. for 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday. Now, on Wednesday, he met with the House Financial Services Committee. And of course, they grilled him, right? They grilled him. That was the public meeting. Remember, I told you guys, there are two meetings, a public meeting and then a private meeting. In the public meeting that we had the ability to see, they talked about interest rates. You know, basically drilling the chair, the Fed chair, and saying, hey, when can we expect interest rates to come down? And of course, the Fed chair gave them his standard answer. Well, we're going to bring rates down when we feel inflation is not going to reverse itself and go back up. We're not going to reduce interest rates prematurely. That's basically what the Fed chair said. Now, here's something he did say, though, that really helped the stock market yesterday. He did say, though, we do believe we'll reduce interest rates this year. We just don't know when. Now, I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say it exactly like that, but basically that's what he said. He basically said we're not ready to reduce rates right now because we're afraid inflation might turn itself around and go back up. We don't want to prematurely decrease rates too soon and inflation turn itself around. So we're going to keep rates higher for longer, but we do believe we will decrease short-term interest rates this year. He just didn't give a timeline. So that actually helped the market yesterday, in my opinion. If you looked at what was happening in the three major indexes, let me go here and pull up something that I think is important in this discussion. So the S&P added 0.51%, basically half of a point yesterday. And it climbed all the way to 5104 yesterday. That was the S&P. The NASDAQ, 0.58%. They rose to over 16,031.54 yesterday. And then the Dow closed at 38,661.05. So it was a good day. The market had been down these last couple of, days. It bounced a little bit yesterday because of that news from the Fed chair. See, the Fed chair could have got on there and been real hawkish, right? He could have been real hawkish, and that would have hurt, in my opinion, the market. But yesterday we rebounded a little bit and made some money. So that's a good day, in my opinion, for stocks. Today, which is Thursday, the Fed chair is going to be in front of the Senate Banking Committee. Yesterday, he was with the House. Today, he's going to be with the Senate. And remember, yesterday, I told y'all really what Congress is trying to get done as it relates to banks is they want to relax some of these guidelines. They want to give these mid-sized banks, what I call regional banks, and these community banks a little bit more leverage or maneuverability when it comes to customers' deposits, right? They want to give them a little bit more long leash to be able to do whatever they want to do with our deposits. So guys, we got to be careful. You got to be careful with these banks because they're meeting today. And that's really what the Senate Banking Committee is trying to get accomplished today. Now, again, that won't be what they'll be talking about in the public meeting that you and I can listen to on TV or on social media. It's the private meeting behind the public meeting is really where that conversation will take place. They're really trying to relax these restrictions on these banks so that they can take your deposits and do whatever they want to do with them, right? That's really what they're trying to get accomplished. So pay attention to what's going on. Let's see what the market does today when the chair speaks to the Senate Banking Committee. Let's see exactly what the market does. I think the market will be fine. I think the market will be fine. Now remember, crypto and the stock market are intertwined. Now I know a lot of your crypto fanatics out there won't agree to that. They don't like that. They don't like when people say that, but they are. Crypto is basically piggybacking on the stock market. Real companies, real paper assets. This Ponzi scheme is piggybacking on real assets, because this crypto thing ain't really assets. It's a Ponzi scheme to fool people like you and I into thinking it's an asset, but it's not. It's just a Ponzi scheme. It's a three-card Monte to get the wealthy wealthier, your crypto whales. But they piggyback on the stock market. So when the stock market goes to the moon, crypto goes to the moon. Because see, crypto, at least these crypto whales and these 1%ers, they want you to think it's an alternative to traditional hard assets. They want you to think it's an alternative. It's not. It's not an alternative. It's a Ponzi scheme. And if you get in early and get out before the dump, you win. The problem is, just like any Ponzi scheme, it only works if they get new money put in. So you can pay the first investors. That's how Ponzi schemes work. The Ponzi scheme collapses when you don't have fresh money, new money coming in. So if the stock market takes a dip, that means what happens to crypto? No new money coming in. So if no new money coming in to a Ponzi scheme, what happens? It collapses. That's what happened in 2022. See, in 2021, it was piggybacking on the stock market, right? This Ponzi scheme was piggybacking on the stock market. All of 2021 got itself all the way up to all-time highs. Bitcoin, Ethereum got to all-time highs in 2021, piggybacking on real assets in the stock market that are supported by companies. See, crypto's not supported by anything. Nothing. There is nothing to support it. There are no companies. There are no products and services. There's no 100-year history. It's a Ponzi scheme. It was started in 2009 as a Ponzi scheme, and it's a Ponzi scheme today. That's why millions and millions of people have lost their life savings in this Ponzi scheme. The problem is it's all around the world. It's a worldwide Ponzi scheme. There is no regulation to it, right? There is no central regulation. It's just the wild, wild west, right? That's why people are just being taken advantage of. Most people that are being taken advantage of are people like you and I in this particular Ponzi scheme. So you got to be careful when you see the stock market and then you see this crypto thing piggybacking on it, right? This piggyback by crypto is not real. It's fake. It's fake. What happens is when the stock market tails off or has a dip, that's when the real true colors of crypto show itself. Right now, you can't see the real colors because it's all the euphoria. You can't see any colors. It's euphoria. It's excitement. It's get rich, because that's the propaganda that they're putting out right now. So you got to be careful not to include in your evaluation of what's going on with the financial markets. Don't look at crypto and traditional stock market investing as the same thing. It's not. One is real, one is fake. So you just had to know that. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people make a lot of money with fake stuff. Look at all the scammers and the confidence men and women and grifters People make a lot of money with fake stuff. Look at people selling fake Rolex and fake Gucci handbags and fake Michael Jordan tennis shoes. People can make money with fake stuff. The problem is it never lasts, right? It's a quick run. Just like with crypto in 2021. It was a quick run. Boop, boop, 1 year. And then boop, fell off the train tracks. Fell off the train tracks. Now it's piggybacking on the stock market again. It started in 2023 when the stock market started to run on the second half of 2023. Boom, crypto jumped on the back of it. Piggybacking. Now all of a sudden, crypto done ran itself all the way up to all-time highs again, guys. All-time highs again. It done ran itself back up, piggybacking on the stock market. Oh, crypto and the stock market ain't the same thing. They're not tied together. Yeah, they're not tied together, but the crypto piggybacks. See, these crypto whales and all these people out here who have a vested interest in crypto being successful for a short period of time, that's when they get rich. They get richer. So don't confuse the two. Stock market is real, 100-year legacy. Crypto, not real, 14 years worth of scamming people and ripping people off out of billions and billions of dollars. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. I'm just giving you my opinion. You're more than welcome to create your own opinion and share it with the world. I'm just telling you what I believe. I'm just telling you when I go back and look at the history, that's what I believe. So stocks did really well yesterday. We had a 2 or 3 day slide. We kind of recovered. S&P over 5,100 points, which is amazing, right? 2014 S&P index, S&P 500 index was 2,000 points. 10 years later, it's 5,100 points. That's real. That's real. That's tangible. I can wrap my arms around that. I can go look at the companies in the S&P 500, right? If I want to, I can even go on their website and look at their financial statements. I can buy their products, right? I can drink their coffee. That's what I want to hang my hat on. I don't want to hang my hat on something that I can't see other than God. That's it. That's the only thing I hang my hat on that I can't see and feel is my creator. Outside that, if I can't touch you, I can't see you, I can't hear you, I ain't buying it. So for y'all out there buying this crypto thing, be careful. It ain't the stock market. Don't get the two confused. Totally opposite, day and night. Day and night, so let's not get it twisted. Let's focus on something that really has a historical track record of building wealth. Crypto doesn't have a historical track record of building wealth for anybody but the 1% and the crypto whales. That's it. Ordinary people like you and I, no history of building wealth with crypto. Now, we may have a history of scamming people to get wealth, but the asset itself, and I don't really even call it an asset. Again, I don't call it an asset. I call it a Ponzi scheme. A real asset to me has underlying components to it. It has something that I can touch. It has something that I can see. It has something that I can hear. I can buy products and services, right? It's valuable throughout decades and decades and centuries. You go buy a painting, right? From, let's say, 500 years ago. That painting is valuable because of the history of it, right? It's something you can hold. It's tangible. It's a original work of art by some famous painter, right? What's crypto? Who started crypto? Some guy nobody never seen, never heard of. Come on, guy, how you gonna invest in something where you don't even know who the inventor is? Some guy with some name, no one has ever seen him, no one's ever heard from him, he ain't never did an interview, nothing. Come on, man, y'all know that's full of crap. That's a Ponzi scheme. This guy started this whole thing in 2009. Bitcoin, 2009. White paper comes out. Some anonymous guy. Nobody's never seen him since 2009. He's never did an interview. Nobody. But yet and still, people want to pump millions and millions and billions of dollars in something that's been around since 2009 and nobody know how it was even created. It's crazy. So please, guys, be careful. I'm not saying don't invest in crypto. You invest in whatever you want to. I'm just telling you, know the facts. Go to the research lab and pull up the facts. The facts are, no one has never seen this guy. Nobody. Ever. Ever. And now we're starting to deviate from the beginning of the whole crypto thing. We're starting to deviate. Well, remember Bitcoin, you never was supposed to do more than 21 million of them. Guess what we're starting to do? Because of greed, deviating from that. We're going to create some more. Now, that's it. That was the whole point of it. It was exclusive. It was a limited supply. That's what the value, it's limited, it's rare. Everybody can't have it. What happens to the value when everybody can have it? What's going to happen to the value when it goes from 21 million coin to 42 million coin? There ain't no exclusivity anymore. There is no, I got it, you don't got it, so I can demand a higher price for it since you want it, but you don't got it, and I got it. You don't have that no more. They're going to take that away from you. I'm just telling you guys, what happens if you buy this thing at $69,000 a coin and they have that thing on you? And then it drops, and then it, you know, they dump it on you. See, right now you're in the pump phase. You're in the pump phase right now. You're buying at all-time highs, guys. That's the pump phase. You know what comes behind the pump phase, right? What's next? The dump. That's why they call it a pump and dump. See, you're in the pump. You know how you put a little a tire pump and you start pumping up that tire and it starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger? That's where you're at right now. You're in the pump phase. There is a dump phase coming. No different than 2022 and 2021. See, 2021 was the pump. This was the last pump. That was the pump. And then they dumped a year later in 22. Why did it dump? Because that's when the stock market crashed. Right? Stock market kind of had a little crash in 22. So no longer could it piggyback on the stock market anymore. It had to crash because it don't have any legs of its own. It has no independent value of its own other than piggybacking on the stock market. So just remember that. When you're out here looking and evaluating assets, evaluate real assets like real estate for income. That's a real asset. Stock market through paper assets, real assets. Businesses, real assets. Uses, purpose. Real estate serves a shelter purpose. It's housing, something that's vital to life. What does the stock market do? It's companies. It's the relationship between companies and consumers. That's what the stock market is. It's the relationship between consumers and companies. What are businesses? Same thing. It's woven into our economic system, our economy, our financial system. Depends on companies. It's vital. Don't nothing depend on crypto. What depends on crypto? Please tell me anything in our country and anything in our society here in the United States that depends on crypto. Oh, the blockchain. That's right. Shoot, my bad. Oh, that don't even exist. We're going to talk about that when we get on Brics. I got a little something for you for Brics and this whole blockchain thing and this whole devaluing of the dollar bill. Sad, man, sad. But they're trying to take money from me and my family. And, you know, I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that, but we'll talk about that in a second. So the Fed has a history of wanting to make sure price stability was the number one thing they stood for. And that's what the Fed chair said yesterday to the House Financial Services Committee. He reiterated the need for price stability in our country. For everybody that lives in our country, we need that price stability. And honestly, guys, if you think about it, on a global basis, everybody looks to the US on a global basis. No matter what these other little rogue countries think, United States, America is what everybody looks towards in this global economy. Why? Because we got the number one economy in the world. We're the greatest country in the world. We are. From a financial standpoint, we got the best economy, right? We got the best financial ecosystem. We have the best companies. So everybody looks to us. There's a reason why the US dollar is the world's currency. They can depend on us. See, we never know what's going to happen in Russia. You never know what's going to happen over there, right? You never know. You just don't know. But in the United States, we're that light at the end of the tunnel. We're the beacon of hope for the world. When people want to leave their country, where's the number one country they want to come to? America. America, land of opportunity. Anybody can come to America. Anybody can come to America. Apply these simple financial principles and these financial behaviors. They can apply those here in America. Anybody. I don't care what color they are. I don't care if they're a man, woman, or whatever gender they are, they choose to be. I don't care how old they are. Guess what? They can come to America, dive into this financial system that we have, and make a ton of money. They can. You can't say that for the rest of the world. You can't drop people in certain parts of the world at all and make any money. But you can here in America. So we got the best financial system. The dollar is the world's currency. And it's going to continue to be the world's currency. Now, this whole Brics thing, right? And some of y'all who are new to this Brics terminology, because I was new to it. But what does that stand for? There are about 5 countries who started this thing. They're part of this Brics block. And they started this thing to basically just decentralize the dollar. They didn't like the way the Western way of doing business. So they wanted to come up with their own currency and devalue the dollar and have their own little world currency. So they started down this whole path of forming this Brics, which is basically Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Those were the countries that kind of, band together, and we're going to decentralize the dollar, and we're going to, said, okay. The problem you have with Brics is that the dollar is the world's currency. And you need more than 5 countries to defect and try to create your own little currency. It ain't going to work. Let me just read you something. Had to go to the research lab to pull this out. But let me read this to you, just so we can set the stage here, because I'm sure I'll get some comments here in the chat. Another factor limiting Brics' local currency, that's the key, local, because it ain't global, it's local. Another factor limiting Brics' local currency use is that most of the global commodity trade is priced and settled in dollars. This inherently bolsters the importance of the dollar in commodity-dependent economies, like Argentina. Brazil, what do you mean Brazil? They're the one trying to devalue the dollar. Ethiopia, Russia, what do you mean? Russia's trying to devalue the dollar. Saudi Arabia and the UAE. See what I'm trying to tell y'all? Guys, I don't care what y'all say, you people who think Brics is going to take over the world and all that. Brics ain't finna take over nothing, man. Why? Because the dollar is the world's currency. As long as the United States has the #1 economy in the world, they can't touch us. I'm just see, Russia, Brazil are two of the countries that are in Brics, but yet and still, they still have to use the US dollar. I don't know. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out. Somebody give me something. And then this whole thing, you know, with their currency, this what do they call it? Brics currency. They're trying to create their own little digital currency, their own little blockchain. I just watched a video on that earlier this morning. Some lady on YouTube, she's got a decent channel. She was talking about the blockchain technology, Brics block, not to depend on the Western transfer system, which is the SWIFT system, all this other crap. Which means nothing because the United States has the #1 economy in the world. And guess what? From a trading partner standpoint, who do you think is the #1 trading partner in the world with China? Who do you think it is? Who do you think is China's #1 trading partner in the world? Help me out. Somebody in the chat, help me out. Who is China's #1 trading partner in the world? Now, how in the world you gonna create your own currency when you are the #1 trading partner with the United States? Guys, y'all better wake up, man. This is all propaganda. All propaganda. And I just think it's just, listen, I get it. Everybody wants to be the United States. I get it. Every one of these countries out there want to be us. They do. Everybody wants the #1 economy in the world. Everybody wants to be the world's currency. Everybody wants to be the paradise everybody wants to flee to when their country go to acting a fool, right? What do people want to flee to? Us, the United States. Everybody want that. I get it. There's some jealousy out there. I get it. The problem is, unless you can knock the 900-pound gorilla off of the top of the mountain, you wait your turn. And that's what they're going to have to do. That's it. They cannot dethrone or decentralize the dollar until they sit on top of the throne. They don't. America does. And the rest of the world know that. Right? So, okay, Brics and they little, we're going to set up our own currency, but nobody don't use it. What good is it? I mean, it's coming. The blockchain technology they're going to be using, it's coming. And guess what? Guess who they link to? Binance. Now, we talked about Binance yesterday. Now they link to Binance. I don't know. I'm just saying, you got to figure out that. All I'm saying is, I'm going to rock with America and I'm going to rock with the dollar. And I think the rest of the world is going to rock with America and the dollar as well. Now, Brics may have its place. It may be a secondary, third-dairy, fourth-dairy, fifth-dairy currency. I don't know, but it's definitely not going to be the world's currency. No time soon. Just don't have the infrastructure. Don't have enough. See, people can say what they want to say about the United States, but guess where most of these people who belong, who are in this Brics group, I'm talking about their world leaders, they're really, they're oligarchs, they're the really rich people in that country or in those countries, or the wealthiest people in those countries. Guess where they keep a big part of their assets at? Somebody help me out in the chat with that one. What do you think they keep a lot of their assets? What do you think they keep a lot of their assets? United States. They keep it in our real estate. They keep it in our stock market. Matter of fact, they even keep it in businesses. Right here in the good old US of A. But yet and still, they want to destabilize our dollar when you keep a lot of your wealth here. Does that make sense to y'all? Destabilizing our dollar will decrease their wealth. If our dollar is worth less, that decreases their wealth that they have here. Why would they do that? Isn't that kind of counterproductive? Now, again, I'm not saying these Brics folks want to, I think really what's happening here is they know the U.S. has this power because of it being the #1 currency in the world, the world's currency. They know we have this power and they want that power. They want that power. And they know a lot of our power is tied to us, our dollar being the world's currency. They know that's a lot of our financial power. They want our financial power. They want the #1 economy, but they can't have it. None of those countries alone can have our financial system or be the #1 financial power in this world. Not one of these countries, so they all try to band together. India, South Africa, Brazil, Russia, and China. And again, guys, I'm not against any of those countries. I'm just saying they're trying to erode what I've worked my whole life to build. You devalue the dollar, you devalue my assets. You devalue my nest egg. You devalue my pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's all I'm saying. That's exactly what they're trying to do. So I'm not happy with that. I'm just saying, think about that. Think about that. The United States, if you couldn't live here, where would you go? Where would you go? Where would you go that would give you a better lifestyle? The best opportunities to make money? Where else could you go to get that? Because I hear a lot of people talk about our financial system and our financial system ain't that good, it's blah, 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 blah. But I'm saying to myself, well, show me a country that has a better financial system than us. Show me a country where their assets are more valuable than our assets. None of them. None of them. Somebody just mentioned in the chat, Canada. Come on, guys. Really? I ain't got nothing against Canada, but come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. Stop. Why do you think half of Canada's population come to North America, come down here to Florida, come down here to America? Because they know what's happening. They spend half of the time down here. A lot of them do. And they got nothing against Canada. It's a great country, but it ain't the United States. Come on, guys. Really? It ain't the United States, not from a financial opportunity standpoint. It's not. It's not. Not even close. Not even close. That's just ridiculous. Canada. You probably from Canada too. Stick up for my country. My country is the greatest. Okay, well, hey man, each his own. I'm an American. I live in America. I think it's the greatest country in the world. That's what I think. And I'm not gonna apologize for that. Now, wherever you from, if you think yours is the greatest country in the world, that's fair. You should. You live there. But if we're just talking real facts here, when it comes to the financial opportunity and the financial system, I'm not talking about quality of life. I'm talking about financial system and financial opportunity and assets. I just don't know how you beat the United States. So this whole Brics thing is trying to chip away at that. So if you're an American and you live here in America and you make your money here in America and you've built your wealth here in America, it's tied to the dollar. So every time a group of countries band together to try to chip away at the dollar and devalue it and make it worth less, that chips away at your family's financial security. That's my opinion. It chips away at your family's financial security. And I'm not happy about that. Now, I'm not saying there's not a place in this global economy for more than one currency. We know better than that because pretty much every country has their own currency. Why do countries choose to settle in US dollars? Why? Because around the globe, guys, it's a lot of shady characters. It's a lot of shenanigans going on around the globe. And people know that. So who do they trust? The United States dollar. There's a lot of shenanigans when you try to do trades in your own currency in some of these countries that are not as developed as the United States. It's a lot of shenanigans. It's a lot of corruption. It's a lot of mishandling of money. And a lot of these currencies are volatile. The United States currency is pretty much a steady Eddie. It's a steady Eddie, man. The US dollar is pretty much steady Eddie, right? We don't have these big old sharp increases and decreases in the value of our dollar like a lot of these other countries do in their currency. You mess around and sell somebody something one day and don't get paid for 30 days. The value of that whole trade could be cut in half in some of these people's currencies. That's why they settle in the dollar. Steady Eddie. From a currency standpoint, steady Eddie. Not all this here, right? So that's why the US dollar is the #1 currency in the world. And that's why countries like to settle their transactions in US dollars, even with other countries. Country A, country B don't got nothing, they're not in the United States, but they settle in the dollar. Why? Somebody help me out here. Why does most of the world settle in the dollar? Matter of fact, it's the world's currency, the dollar. It replaced what? The gold standard. It used to be. It replaced gold. Gold was the backup, right? That was the world's currency, but not anymore. What happened? Somebody help me out. Why do most, I would say, what, 95% of countries settle in the US dollar? Why? Ain't nobody military over there in nobody else country forcing them to use the dollar. Nope, that ain't it. Somebody help me out. Or I can go to the research lab if you want me to. Why in the world do most countries settle in the US dollar? Let me go to the research lab to help y'all out. Because some of y'all coming up with some stuff that don't even make no sense. So let me go ahead and just read this again for you. Another factor limiting Brics local currency use is that most of the global commodity trade is priced and settled in dollars. This inherently bolsters the importance of the dollar in commodity-dependent countries. Can somebody tell me what a commodity is? Can somebody help me out and tell me what a commodity is? In most countries who trade commodities are dependent on the US dollar. Why? Because it's a steady Eddie. It's a steady Eddie. It's a steady Eddie, right? So if I'm buying widgets from one country, selling them to another country, I don't got no confidence in their economy. They ain't got no confidence in my economy. So guess what we agree on? We got confidence in the United States economy. We got confidence in the United States dollar. We're going to settle in the US dollar. That's hard to beat, guys. That's worldwide. That's hard to beat. And I think that's the challenge Brics is going to have as they try and galvanize and get this thing going. That's the problem they're running into. That's the problem. That's going to be the problem that they're going to run into. They're going to continue to run into that problem, right? So all I can tell you is Don't hang your hat on that. I get it. They're trying to create a little blockchain, hit that blockchain thing again. Ain't nobody transacting business in the blockchain. Nobody, right? Nobody. Brics is trying to, but it ain't gonna happen. This is not gonna happen, guys. One, they're not gonna get the support that they need, right? Because I get they got India, and India has a large population of people. I get that, but you got to understand probably most of India is pretty undeveloped. It's pretty like third world territory there. I mean, that's just my opinion. It may be making some strides, but it's, you know, it ain't the United States, right? South Africa, okay, they got a decent economy over there. Brazil, beautiful place to live, but it ain't got the best economy. I mean, stuff fluctuates so bad in Brazil. I mean, it's a beautiful place and wonderful people, but it's not the United States, not from a financial standpoint. Y'all, I'm not talking about from a quality of life standpoint, guys. I'm talking about from a financial strength standpoint. They're not the United States. Brazil's not, India's not, Russia's not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying military. I'm not saying quality of life. Anything's wrong with any of these places. I'm just saying, in my opinion, when you look at financial strength, none of these countries can't match the United States. That's why all of them coming together. That's why y'all trying to, partner with each other to take one country down, to take one country's dollar. Why? Because we've got that much power. We have that much financial power in this world. And you need all these countries coming together to try to do what? Devalue our dollar. Knock us off the financial totem pole. We're at the top of it. On the financial mountain, we're on the top, and they're trying to knock us off. And devaluing our dollar and making it less valuable for Americans who have their assets here in America in companies, American companies, American real estate, American businesses, American stock market. I mean, that's tough. That's tough because, if our dollar starts devaluing, our assets start devaluing. This is the way it is. So, and again, I'm not saying anything bad about these countries. I'm sure they're wonderful places to live, and I'm sure they got great people. I'm just saying from a financial standpoint, they don't match up with the United States. They don't. And sometimes, just human nature, if we see something that we don't have and we want, we typically get a little attitude about it and we try to go get it. And that's all these countries are doing. I'm just saying, as an American, as people who invest in the United States and who have assets in the United States, whether it be in companies, whether it be in real estate, if you have assets here in the United States and you have wealth here in the United States, if our dollar devalues here in the United States, those assets devalue. Our assets are only as strong as our dollar. That's all I'm saying. Our assets are only as strong as our dollar. You got to figure that one out. You got to figure that one out. For me personally, living here in America, all of my assets are here in America. And all of my assets are tied to the dollar. Right? And whether you think the dollar is good or bad, I don't know. This is what I don't understand. Help me out here. If you don't like the dollar and you live here in the United States, you always have the opportunity to move some other country and just use their dollar. Sell all your assets, liquidate everything, and move somewhere else. How about that? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. If the dollar is crap and you don't like the dollar, guess what? Don't transact your business in the dollar. Don't buy any assets that are here in the United States that the dollar could affect. That's all. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused because I see people in the chat talking about the dollar and all this and all that. Well, if you don't like it, guys, if you're not from this country and you don't like the dollar, then it's pretty simple. Don't transact in the dollar. Just transact in your own currency. That's all. I mean, it's pretty simple. Don't buy any assets that are tied to the dollar here in the U.S. Buy assets in your own country. But I tell you why a lot of people buy assets here, because they have faith in our financial system. They have faith that if something happens, they can come to our legal system and challenge it. A lot of these countries, the legal system is a little shaky. Their chain of custody is a little shaky. Their what do they call it? When you transfer assets like real estate, it's a little shaky. So all I'm saying is a lot of people come here because of that continuity we have when it comes to our financial system, our legal system, and just this wide open capitalistic society that we have here in the U.S. Now, the U.S. is not perfect. The United States is not perfect, but we do have a wide open capitalistic society where anybody from any walk of life, any country can come here, play by the financial rules, and get rich. There ain't many countries out there that can offer you that, guys. And if it is, put them in the chat. Put them in the chat. Give me one country where it's totally wide open. Anybody can come there. No real restrictions. You can come here with a duffel bag and be a millionaire immediately. I don't know many countries that can give you that. Right? I don't know many countries that can give you that. But that's my opinion. This is an opinion channel. This is not a convince you channel. Canada, no. Sorry, buddy. I know you're trying, but no. I know you're trying, and I love the good folks in Canada, but no. It's not the United States. It ain't even close. It ain't even the same atmosphere. Not when it comes to financials. Not the financial part of it. No, absolutely not. Try again. Not even close. Not even close to the United States from a financial standpoint. Let's not get it twisted now. I'm not talking about from quality of life or how nice the people are or all that stuff. I'm talking about financial. I'm a financial guy. I don't get into all that other stuff. It's just finances. From a financial opportunity standpoint, no, man. It can't touch America. No. And I didn't think I could get anybody to really name any countries that could, right? You just can't. You can't beat it, guys. Not from a financial standpoint. Not from I come here, maybe I jump on Uber. Maybe I jump on Lyft for a couple of years. Save up my little pennies. Go get me a corner piece of real estate. Start me a business in it. All of a sudden, 5 years, I'm multiplied all throughout that city. Now, all of a sudden, 10 years, I'm multiplied all throughout the United States. Come on, man. Where can you go do that other than the U.S.? Come on, guys. Help me out here, man. Why do y'all think people coming here from all around the world? Because of the financial opportunity. They're coming here. A lot of them are coming here for the financial opportunity. Yeah, I know some of them are trying to escape some bad stuff going on in their countries, but a lot of people come here for that financial opportunity, guys, that we as Americans have. See, I can get up in the morning and there are no restrictions on me making money. There are no restrictions on me buying assets. There are no restrictions on my financial capabilities. That's what I'm talking about. And some of these countries want that. So what do? They band together, try to make their own little currency so they can devalue ours, because they know if they can devalue our currency and devalue our financial hold on this world, that makes it better for them. That's what I think it is. Y'all can figure out what you want to figure out, but that's what I think it is. And also from the beginning of time, guys, from the beginning of time, people are always trying to knock other people off. It's been that way. Look at the Roman Empire. Go back farther than that. Look at the Egyptian Empire, right? Just all through history, that's how it is. When you're at the top of the heap, people want to knock you off. That's just the way it is. And that's the way it will always be as long as human beings are on this planet. It will always be that way. At some point down the road, somebody will knock off the United States and we won't be the #1 superpower. At some point down the road, it's just inevitable. No one rules forever, guys. No one has the #1 financial system forever. They don't. I don't know why some of us want to live in this world where we think, oh, it'll never. Listen, man, all I can tell you to do is build your wealth, take care of your family, stay out of other folks' business, and just build your wealth and take care of your family. And protect you and your family's wealth. Protect you and your family. That's all I can tell you to do. You do it, you do whatever you want to do because it's your life. I'm just the information guy. I'm just a guy who gets on his YouTube channel that he created from nothing. Zero, thin air. Where else can you do that? Where else can you do that? Thin air, zero. And I'm here to help people build wealth, but also people need to understand where I'm coming from. I'm not gonna sit on here and just pander to you guys because, oh, that's what the YouTube algorithm says I should do. I'm just gonna pander. I'm just gonna try to motivate you. No, I'm gonna give you information that I believe is valuable information towards you building your wealth. Ultimately, it's your decision though. It's not my decision. I don't get to choose for you. I'm not trying to choose for you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just providing you with information. That's it. I'm just providing you with financial breadcrumbs. Whether you follow the trail or not, that's on you. We talked about the Fed and exactly what the Fed is doing on Capitol Hill this week. That's information, guys, you should be using to strategize to buy assets. We talked about crypto, and I've talked about crypto all this week. I'm giving you my opinion on crypto. I'm not saying that my opinion is the only opinion or my opinion is the right opinion. It's just my opinion. I'm not a crypto guy. I think crypto is a Ponzi scheme. I get to make that decision because that's my opinion. Your opinion may be totally different, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not trying to convince you that crypto is a Ponzi scheme. I'm just trying to tell you what my stance on it is. And I just went to the research lab and gave you my stats. Now you can go to the research lab and come up with your own stats. But my stats say crypto is a Ponzi scheme. Because all of the people who have been financially devastated by it since its introduction in 2009. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You may say, well, no, I became a millionaire off of crypto. Well, good for you. You're an exception, not the rule. You are an exception, not the rule, though. You are not the rule. It's 100% Ponzi. And I'll ask you, let me go to the research lab. And let me just read y'all one thing real quick, and then we're gonna get ready to wrap this thing up. Let me just go. Let me turn back on the phone and go to the research lab to read you guys one thing. And then, like I said, we're gonna wrap this thing up and call it a day. Certainly, drop your comments down in the comment box. I do look at the comments. I don't respond to any of them, but I do look at them. I do respond with a heart here and there. But when I have conversations like this, I don't really mess around with the comment box too much because I know there are a lot of people just expressing their opinion, and that's okay. I'm not here to argue with people back and forth about what my opinion is. I'm not going to argue about my opinion, is what I'm saying. That's not what I'm here to do. But let me do one thing here. Let me go to the research lab. Okay, Ponzi scam, a form of fraud in which belief in the success of a non-existent enterprise is fostered by the payment of quick returns to the first investors from money invested by later investors. How does a Ponzi make money? A Ponzi scheme relies on a growing stream of new investors to create an illusion of profit. Some of the new money is used to pay earlier investors, AKA sell my position on the pump. I sell my position on the pump, right? That's an early investor. You got in at the last time. It was a dump. You got in. Now a pump. You sell during the pump. Some of the new money is used to pay earlier investors, making the scam look legitimate and highly profitable. Most of the money is pocketed by the scam's operator. Who's the operator? In this case, who would y'all consider the operator? I'm gonna tell you who I consider the operator is, but I wanna know who y'all think the operator is. So in my opinion, the operator is the 1%, right? These so-called crypto whales. These guys are the organizers and the operator, right? Because when all this thing started in 2009, there were people that bought enormous size positions in crypto when they were dirt cheap. And now all of a sudden, it's at $69,000 a coin. Again, well, I don't know if it hit that today, but it was close. I think this morning when I looked at it, it was around 67,000 a coin. So help me out. What's happening? I just read you the definition of what a Ponzi scam is. Ponzi scam is. What do you think? I think it lines up perfectly. See, right now we're on the pump. Yeah, there we go, $67,000 a coin. So Bitcoin is at $67,000 a coin. So we're on the pump. And I think the dump will be whenever the stock market wobbles, that'll be the dump. So, you know, if the stock market continues doing what it's doing, Fed reduce rates, it'll stay steady Eddie, right? It'll be steady Eddie until we hit a bump in the road, and that'll be the dump. Right now, they're just reeling in people. They've thrown the bait out there, right? They got the bait out there. Now they're just reeling in people. They're just reeling you in, right now. Me personally, I wouldn't touch it. I just wouldn't touch it. But you heard what I said. Me personally, if you want to go ahead and roll the dice, it's your money. Me personally, I'd be putting my money in traditional big boy blue chip assets that actually have something underneath them, that actually has something I can touch, something I can see, something that I can hear, something I can taste product-wise, right? That's what I would invest my money in companies, in real estate. Companies in real estate, no crypto. That's what I would do if it were me. That's what I am doing with my wealth. I'm betting it all in companies and real estate. That's it. Nothing else, right? Nothing else. Yep, Switzerland is a great country, but people move to Switzerland when they already got money. I don't know anybody that, I'm 18, I'm moving to Switzerland to make my fortune. I don't never hear nobody say that. I hear people who already got jets and big boy stuff and big boy assets that say they're going to Switzerland. Now, I do hear that. But I don't hear nobody at 18 years old talking about, I'm dead broke and I'm going to chase my fortune in Switzerland. I don't hear people say that. Maybe you do, but I don't. I've never heard anybody say that. Never. So here's the deal. Let's button this thing up. Fed's meeting today with the Senate Banking Committee. Pay attention. Do a little. Go to the research lab and find out what happened in that meeting. If you're not able to watch it via live, go do some research later on today, tonight, if possible. See what the market is doing. Right? Go look at the market throughout the day, see what the three major indexes are doing, and that'll kind of tell you how the conversation is going inside of that meeting, right? Because the market is watching, and it's going to ebb and flow based on that information, the public information that kind of comes out of that meeting. Then they'll have the closed door meeting, which is the private meeting, which you'll never know about. You'll never know about that meeting. But don't worry about that meeting. Just concentrate on what is said during the public meeting and start just thinking about that information and how you can utilize that information to build your wealth. Because that's the most important thing, right? Is putting a solid financial game plan in place to build your wealth. That's the most important thing, guys. If you do that, you give yourself a chance to be super successful from a financial standpoint. Now, of course, you got to be patient because traditional investing through dollar cost averaging takes a while, depending upon how much money you got to put in. It's not an overnight. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not, oh, buy this this meme coin for 2 pennies, and then we're gonna pump it, and it's gonna become worth $1, and then I'm a millionaire. That's not how traditional investing works. Don't work that way. Pump and dumps work that way, right? Ponzi schemes work that way, but not traditional investing, not buying real estate for income. It don't work that way, right? You got to buy that real estate in a really good location. You got to put a tenant in it, and you got to wait. You got to wait. And then while I'm waiting, I'm multiplying myself. I'm rinsing and repeating. See, I'm multiplying myself every 2 years. Okay, bought this property in 2024. Great. Good location, good hardworking folk live there, want better for their family, good schools for the kids, nice playgrounds. They're in close proximity to retail, low crime rate. Average income is starting to move a little bit. People are trying to get into this location. This is where they want to live. Just regular everyday folk. Buy a house in that area, buy a duplex in that area, buy a quad, buy a tri in those type of areas. You do that, put a tenant in it, rinse and repeat. You do that every 2 years. And the goal should be every property that I buy, the goal is to increase the value of that property by $100K. So if I buy the property for $400K, and I hold it for 10 years, my goal at least is to have that property worth $500K. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but you got to also understand in that next 10 years, you're going to be getting rental income. Remember, you didn't take $400,000 out of your pocket to go buy that property. You used 5-to-1 leverage. So that means it was a $400,000 property for 5-to-1 leverage. You're in this thing for 80 grand. You went to the lender and got a loan for 320 grand. You got 80 grand in the deal. But over that next 10 years, that rental income is going to come in and it's going to pay down that $320,000 loan over the next 10 years. Let's say it plays it down to 250K. So in 10 years, you had a $320,000 loan, rental income paid it down to 250. So that's 70K that goes to you that the rental income paid down. It didn't come out of your pocket. So that's 70K plus the 100K in actual appreciation of the property. So over 10 years, you held that property, it paid for itself, and you put $170,000 in your pocket. You just duplicate that. Just rinse and repeat. Now, let's do this. Let's multiply that by 10. Let's multiply that by 10. How much money did you just create for yourself in net worth? More than 7 figures. By doing a simple process, finding a piece of real estate in a good, decent location, not Beverly Hills, not on the coast of Miami, no. In a decent, regular location where regular middle class and lower income people live that are just trying to have a better life for them and their family. And they want to be in a neighborhood that's safe. They want to be in a neighborhood that they can take their dog out and walk it around and not get mugged. That's where you buy real estate. And you buy residential. and you just multiply that 10 times. I just did what, guys? I just put 7 figures net worth in my pocket. That's how you buy real estate and build wealth for just the everyday common folk. Well, Grant Cardone said I should get a 100 unit, a 200 unit, a 500 unit. Guys, listen, man, the average person ain't gonna be able to go get no 500 unit apartment complex. So why even worry about that, right? Can you do it? Sure. But the likelihood of just a regular normal person doing that, it's not good, guys. You got to understand, a lot of these guys you see on YouTube talking about all these gigantic properties that they own and buy. Why the hell are they on YouTube then? If they that rich, if they're gazillionaires, or let me help you out. Let me go one step further. Or why you gotta pay for their little course, or why you gotta pay for some meeting you go to, why you gotta get upsold to some diamond package. I mean, if you're that rich, dude, and you've done all of this, you want to just help people, why not just give them the information free? If you're this a gazillionaire, why? Why does a guy who says he's, he got 2 private jets and own, 5,000 apartment units and all this stuff, why would a guy like that get on YouTube and then want to sell you on coming to a $10,000 basically rally? Basically a motivational rally, because you ain't really learning nothing other than a bunch of motivation stuff. And you're flying all these speakers who you pay $100,000 to come in and talk to these people. Why do you got to do all that? If you're this billionaire, why not just do it for free? I don't know. Y'all help me out here. I see sometimes we just don't use common. I mean, if you're a billionaire, why not do it for free? You're a billionaire. You got 2 private jets. You got 10,000 apartment units. I don't know. I don't know why you don't do it for free. Why I got to pay 10 grand to come to your motivation meeting? And then when I get there, after I'm paid the 10 grand, then you're going to tell me I need to upgrade to the $50,000 package. And the crazy part about it is, man, people fall for this crap every day. Just to be around some magnetic energy guy. Just a regular guy, put his trousers on the same way you put your trousers on. But yet and still, we look at these people and we think, oh my goodness, they got the secret sauce. I'm going to pay that 50 grand. They ain't got no secret sauce, man. The secret sauce is convincing you to pay them $50,000 for nothing. That's the secret sauce. And that's how they afford the private jets. That's how they afford all this luxury lifestyle that they film and show you guys on social media. What's the use of a guy having a OnlyFans account where in his OnlyFans account, he's going to give you the keys to success? Sign up for $50 a month, guys. I'm going to give you the keys to success. I'm going to drive around in my Lambos, my rented Lambos. I'm going to take you to these rented Airbnbs. I'm going to wear a bunch of jewelry around my neck. And I'm going to give you the keys to success. Just pay $50 a month to my OnlyFans. What type of legitimate businessman has an OnlyFans? I mean, come on, guys. Really? If you're that of a legit businessman and you're that wealthy and you're that dialed in, do it for free. You want to impress me? Do it for free. But yet and still, guess how they afford all this rented stuff? Your $50 a month OnlyFans. That's where the money's being made. See, the money is being made when you talk about how to build wealth, not showing people how to build wealth. That's where the money's made. So on my channel, if I wanted to do all that stuff, I could too. Yeah, come on, let me bring in all these experts. Let me bring in all these high-priced names and pay them a little bit of money to come to my little seminar, and I'm gonna have all my people come to the seminar. Then we're gonna upsell them, and we're gonna cross-sell them, and we're gonna downsell them, and we're gonna sideways sell them. What good is all of that? To make money. So as you're out here building wealth, you guys gotta see this stuff. And just ask yourself, Anytime you see a guy, and I'm not talking about someone who says, okay, if you contact me and you want some of my time, here's my fee for my time. That's different. That's different. That's totally different. If I contact a guy on YouTube or a gal on YouTube and say, hey, I'm watching you, I'm liking what I see. I want to buy an hour of your time. And if that person says, Richard, an hour of my time is 10 grand, man. That's what I value my time at. You take it or leave it. See, I'm okay with a guy and a gal doing that. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is someone saying, come to this, come to that. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you that. I'm going to show you how to buy all the real estate you want with no money. All you got to do is send me 5 grand. All you got to do is send me 10 grand. That's the problem I have with a lot of people I see on social media. They show you guys these lifestyles, but in order for you to get this lifestyle, you got to pay me a certain amount of money so I can teach you how to do it. The lifestyle is because you are willing to pay them whatever they're willing to get paid. That's the lifestyle, right? If someone comes straight out and just say, listen, hey, if you want an hour of my time, guys, it's 10 grand. This is what I value my time. I can't guarantee you nothing, but I can give you information. But in order to sit down with me for an hour, it's 10 grand. See, I don't have a problem with speakers who go to companies and other events and people pay them to come there, because they don't go there thinking they owe anybody anything or they got to give anybody anything. They were hired to give information, and everybody knows that. But see, in this financial world we live in now, you have a lot of misdirection, because we got a lot of people like you and I who are searching. We are searching for guidance. We are searching for light in this so dark world we live in. We're looking and searching for light. And anybody that we feel like we resonate with, we think they can help us, is not always the case, guys. So please be careful as you go out here and seek information. Make sure you're seeking it from the right light. Every light is not a good light. Every light is not a good light. And you got to be able to discern that. Some guy asking me to pay $50 a month behind a paywall so that they can hear me show off my lifestyle is ludicrous. Ludicrous. It's ludicrous. Me watching some guy on some podcast say, oh yeah, the average American needs $10 million before they can be considered financially free. Ludicrous. Oh, and by the way, pay for this, 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 come to this, pay for that, come to this, pay for that, and we'll help you get there. Because you know that's coming next, right? Because that's the grift. To say this outlandish crap and then get people to think it's possible, and then, oh, here's how we can help you get there. Oh, I can help you buy trade lines and clean your credit up and all this other crap. Just send me $1,500. I'm going to send you a letter that you can go get on the internet. But that's the secret sauce to get all your credit cleaned up. I'm going to help you buy trade lines and beat the system. See, they're not teaching you how to correct your bad behaviors. They're just saying, hey, keep your bad behaviors. We're just going to help you fix this so that you can get what you need. But keep the bad behaviors. You'll always stay in these bad behaviors. You'll always have bad credit because you didn't fix the root cause. They're not interested in helping you fix the root cause. They're not interested in that. They're interested in you paying them dollars. They're not interested in you fixing the root cause. They're not. So all I'm saying is, as you're out here looking for light, looking for direction, looking for mentorship, looking for coaching, be careful. There are a lot of wolves in sheep clothing. Plenty of them. And you can see them coming if you just open up and be real about the situation. Why would I gotta pay a guy $50 every month just to envy his fake lifestyle? Why? Because he ain't really giving me no meat and potatoes. No. See, that's the problem. A lot of us, I just saw a comment on the chat here. See, that's the problem. A lot of us are conditioned to think the only wolves are on Wall Street. That's not true. There are a lot of wolves on Wall Street, but there are a lot of wolves on Main Street. A lot of them. I would say for the bulk of you guys, you ain't even got to worry about the Wall Street wolves. You got to worry about the Main Street wolves. That's what I would say for 99% of us. We got to worry about the Main Street wolves, because those are the guys and gals who are just crushing us. Oh, I'm going to teach you how to build a $100,000 trucking business. We don't do no research on the trucking industry to see these people are hurting right now in the trucking industry. There are certain areas of the trucking industry that's just hurting. Hurting. But yet and still, you gonna teach me how to build $1 million trucking company. But I guarantee you, I gotta send you some money first. You're not gonna just come out and teach me it. I gotta send you some money first. And then I'm gonna continue stringing you along. Nope, you gotta upgrade to this. You gotta upgrade to this. You gotta upgrade to this is my master class. $10,000 though. Oh, you ain't got it in your bank? Oh, give me your credit card. There you go, boom. That's how the process starts. It's always an upsell, right? Because if they really were rich and they really were wealthy and they were really all this stuff they say they are, just put it in the video. I don't know, just put it in video. Or just sit down and have a film crew take you through their day in their life and show you everything they did to get where they're at. If it's not about that money, oh, I'm already ready. Yeah. Do it for free. So all I'm telling you guys is as you go through this process of building wealth, you really can't be naive. You can't believe everybody has your best interest at heart, because they don't. You got to be careful out there. Like I said, a lot of wolves in sheep clothing. And most of them are on Main Street, not Wall Street. We already know Wall Street crooked. See, most of us know that. But what most of us don't realize is there are a lot of people on Main Street that's crooked, that take advantage of us, that take advantage of our naivety. They take advantage of our lack of financial literacy. So be careful out there. Be careful. Use just common sense. Because I know a lot of y'all got street sense. A lot of y'all got common sense. Use it. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If you see somebody flaunting their YouTube lifestyle, there's a reason they're doing that. There's a reason they're doing that. When I first started my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna let you guys out of here after I run you through this. When I first started my YouTube channel, doing videos every day about financial stuff, I was brand new at it, so I really didn't have no subscribers, right? But I was already, I already had a little level of wealth, and I had the Ferrari, and I had a GT3, and I had a Range Rover. I had all these cars. I had a decent house in a gated community back then, and for a guy, in his late 40s, I was doing well. But I wanted to transition into this YouTube thing. So I said, okay, marketing 101. Marketing 101. Take what you got, especially if it's something that others want. You dangle the carrot, you get the attention. Now, once you get the attention, then you can do whatever you want to do. So I knew that. So I said, okay, if you guys go back to my early videos in 2020, even late 2019, 2020 is when I really started full time. You'll notice in all of those videos, I always had like a little 20-second, 25-second clip of my cars with music in the background. No voice, but just music and me showing the 3 cars real quick for about 20 seconds, 25 seconds. The reason I did that was because I knew who my demographics was. I knew who I was going after. I knew it was that 24 to 45-year-old male. I was trying to get their attention. Because back then, I didn't really have any women that, now I got still 75% men, about 25% women, 80% men, 20% women. But back then, it was basically all men. And they were that 24 to 45 age bracket. Because I could go right on the little YouTube analytics and it would tell me exactly who was watching the videos. So I said, okay, only way I'm gonna get these guys' attention is I gotta dangle a carrot. I gotta get their attention if I wanna get my message across. I gotta get people to see it. So that's what I would do in every video for like 2 years. I had that little homemade video that it wasn't professionally done, it was just me, and I put it behind music. And boy, that thing started clicking. And people started watching. And then when they got into the videos, I had some meat and potatoes for them, right? I had some education, right? So all I'm telling you is that's not uncommon for people to do that. What is uncommon, in my opinion, is when they do get you, what they do with you when they get you. Then it's time to upsell you to this and upsell you to that and do this and do that. Just be careful, guys. It's nothing wrong with advertising. It's nothing wrong with marketing. But when that marketing turns into really hurting people financially, that's where I draw the line. I never use my marketing to try to upsell you guys to something. I never used my marketing to try to say, well, let me get you in my funnel and get you to my webinar, and then I'm gonna upsell you 3 rows and make all this money from you and get you into debt. I never did that. I never said, hey, send me money. I'm gonna be buying this real estate. You could be my partner. And then I disappear on you with $50,000 of your money. I never did that. So nothing wrong with marketing, but be careful what comes after the marketing is what I'm saying. Nothing wrong with the marketing some of these people do. It's just what comes after it is what you got to pay attention to. Well, guys, lock it in with a thumbs up. I'm getting ready to get on out of here. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. We're almost 90 minutes in. My time is up. I got to go ahead and go on with the rest of my day. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Remember, wealth is about what? Income. And then what you do with that income to turn it into wealth, right? Wealth is about income and what you do with that income to turn it into wealth, right? So let's make sure we be good stewards of our money. Let's make sure anything we put that money into, it's creating assets that generate passive income, that create wealth. That's what we got to do. Like I said, if you're interested in my blueprint, my wealth transfer blueprint, send me an email address down in the description box. I'll send you that video that I've done that outlines what I'm doing over these next 10 years to double my net worth. And it doesn't require you to send me any money to help me get there. It's just a video that I did that I think will outline what I'm doing. And if you want to copy my plan, you can. You don't have to, but you can. But you have to send me an email to let me know you want it. Now, if you don't have a brokerage account, or if you're looking to try a different brokerage account, or if you just want a secondary brokerage account, right? Like I do. I got about 4 brokerage accounts, guys, that I use. I don't use one brokerage account. My primary brokerage account this year and beyond is Mumu. But I have other brokerage accounts. I just use Mumu as my primary brokerage account. Now, you guys can use Mumu as well if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, if you want a brokerage account that I use to buy my paper assets, especially if you guys are going to copy my plan, then Mumu is got an offer. They're going to give you up to 15 free stocks when you open your Mumu brokerage account. If you put $100 in your brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. If you put $1,000 in your brokerage account, they're going to give you 15 free stocks. Now, this is a limited time offer, guys. It won't last forever. So if you're interested, don't delay, act today. There's a link down in the description box of this video. Go click on that Mumu link. Open up your new Mumu account today. Put some money in it. Let's start building wealth. We got a 10-year period of time, guys, where we're going to transfer some wealth to ourselves. But you got to be in the game, right, in order to get a chance to build wealth. You got to be in the financial game, and you need a brokerage app to do that. So if you're interested, there's a link down in the description box. Click on that Mumu link. Open up that new Mumu account today. Go get your free stock. Go get that free money. Again, guys, lock it in with a thumbs up before you get out of here if you appreciate the content. You guys know I'll be back tomorrow on Friday morning with another live stream / video. So if you're interested in that, come back and see me tomorrow. I'll be on right around 10 a.m., 10:15 a.m., somewhere in that neighborhood. I'm going to do this every day. Lord's will. I'm going to be here every day providing financial content. Again, it's my opinion. You don't have to agree with everything. All I'm asking you to do is think. Find something that you can hang your hat on. Find something, any golden nugget, to help you get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Because my motivation is helping as many people as I can that want help get to that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Whatever your rainbow is, however long it takes you, that's okay. It can take you a short period of time or it can take you a long period of time. That's on you. But by watching this content, it will help you, in my opinion, get there. And again, I'm not going to try to fleece you or put you in a funnel or upsell you to some crazy, ridiculous, whatever. I'm not going to do that. If you want time with me one-on-one, I offer a 1-hour financial session. Yes, I do. And it is a paid session. But guess what? You ain't got to do it. You can just watch the videos and just apply what you see in the videos. But there are some people that are dead serious about this thing. And they understand the value that they will get from having an hour with me. It will collapse time frames for them. All this information I talk about, guys, out there on the research lab. It's all in the research lab. Everything that I talk about. But guess what? Some people say, you know something? I ain't got 3 or 4 weeks to uncover all this stuff on my own. I'm going to pay somebody to collapse time frames. I'm going to get me one cohesive plan in 1 hour that I can then execute. I do offer that service through my company, RF Financial Consulting. You don't have to do it, though. Really what you need to do is just watch the videos and take action. But if you find yourself saying, hey, Richard, I've watched the videos and I'm still a little puzzled. I still got these puzzle pieces. I got these financial puzzle pieces running around here that I can't seem to make fit in this puzzle I'm trying to put together. This financial puzzle I'm trying to put together, I can't make them fit. I need help. And you're willing to invest in yourself? Then hit me up. Email address down in the description box. Hit me up. I'll be more than happy to help you. It's a 1-hour session. And I only talk about solutions. I don't talk about no problems. Just solutions. Just solutions. And then you take those solutions and you go execute. So if you're interested in that, hit me up on that one as well. Thoughts become things. See it in your mind. You can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy. Get wealthy. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.